Ask anyone who's ever traveled solo and they wouldn't want to adventure any other way. Now, it might be daunting at first, as I've heard, and it's certainly simpler for some people than it is for others, but spending time alone on the road can be amongst one of the most rewarding travel experiences out there. Whether it's a long journey around the world or a lone weekend trip, Travelstart's Lee Watts is with us to talk more about travel trends in 2017. Okay, Lee, let us start off with the budget. I'm always concerned about the budget. How does one travel in a savvy way when you're on your own when it comes to transportation, accommodation, food, things like that?
Perfect. So those are the three key pillars, of
Yes.
course. What I would do first things first, I'd head over to travelstart.co.za, have a little look-see. The whole intention of Travelstart is to lift your travel limitation by making it simple and price effective.
Okay.
If you're on the move, use the Flap app. It's the flight app. It's powered by Travelstart.
Nice.
You get base cost fares there. That's a little
Awesome.
tip for those who are in the know. Okay, great. So accommodation. You have to be flexible with accommodation. You absolutely have to be flexible. The bulk of your cost will go there. But if you're wise, you can pick accommodation or places where there are shuttles to specific landmarks, and you cover or pass on the saving to your transport costs.
Nice.
If you pick something on a package or that is priced to go, you might get an all-inclusive, so food is not an issue, or alternatively, you just get a bed and breakfast, and then you've only got, lunch and dinner to worry about.
Yeah.
With reference to transport, I've been looking at this long and hard. I did not realize how big car rental really is globally, not just in South Africa.
Yeah.
And ultimately, the obligation by the car rental provider is to have a roadworthy motor vehicle, which is safe, sound, and up to date with the latest safety aspects and features. So with those playing fields being even, pick the cheap option. Pick the cheap option, pick the cheap excess, get out there, and that will also form part of the experience for you.
Lovely.
With reference to food,
Yeah.
If you're brave, and I wonder if you are, eat locally.
Street food.
If not, and your stomach, needs some time to adapt, look at the westernized restaurants. They tend to be similar prices to where you are at home. It just depends on what sort of experience you're looking for. So plan ahead, set a budget, stick to it, and do what you need to do to have fun.
Very cool. Do what you need to do to have fun. Okay, the safety aspect, I'm not gonna lie, that's what just gets my heart like palpitating. What are the tips for staying safe, especially as a solo traveler and especially as a girl when it comes to thinking about traveling abroad?
Okay, so I think give yourself some credit.
Yeah.
You're going to be a little more street smart than you initially imagined.
Absolutely.
I think have the safety net in place, the duvet. So, if you are traveling, let somebody know. Carry with you emergency contact details. Understand your location. So, rather than standing in the middle of the street with a big map, sort of do the research beforehand. It's those sorts of things that I think will help you have the most seamless first experience possible.
Absolutely.
You don't want to be jumping around. You don't want to not enjoy it.
I hear you. And then we just have to ask this very quickly. I'm in love with a travel selfie. When I'm alone, who am I going to ask to take pictures for me?
I'm so glad you asked this. So there's these major advancements in modern technology, and there's a thing called a smartphone. So yes, the shameless selfie, the #1 way to go. For me, there are selfie sticks, great.
Yes.
There's a thing called a GoPro, which is an amazing bit of kit. You can film until your heart's content, come back to edit, and you can screen grab as the image. You can attempt a Mr. Bean comic and ask somebody else to take the photo for you. Just make sure they don't turn around
away.
and run.
Yes.
Other than that, I like the set timer mode. Set 5 seconds, sprint into position, smile, snap, and boom, bam.
Okay, wonderful. Oh, Lee Watts, you're amazing. You have just raised that travel, levels to another level. I have no idea what that just meant, but Lee, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You guys know what I meant, because in celebration of Travelstart's 11th birthday, one lucky Expresso viewer will win flights for 2 to Ibiza worth 25,000 Rand. Now, to SMS to stand a chance of winning, simply use the word travel and your email address to 33728. Remember that T's and C's apply and can be found at expressoshow.com, and your entries must be in by the 31st of August. For more great travel deals, visit travelstart.co.za.
Book on Travelstart. We will turn your guilt trips into good trips.